It matters in Huntsville. Long before we started decoding DNA, Huntsville already had it. What is it? It is the intangible DNA-like force that has propelled Huntsville and the Tennessee Valley through 200 years of growth with a common vision, passion, and work ethic to get it right and get it done. It doesn't mean we haven't had our challenges, but we don't dwell on them. It has always mattered in Huntsville. It pushed us through the canebrakes of the cotton frontier, past brothers fighting brothers, and into the 20th century. It wove us through the textile machines that spun cloth for a nation. We became the watercress capital of the world, then harnessed the great waters of the Tennessee River for TVA's transformative power. And that was just the beginning. When World War threatened us as a nation, it seemed natural to us that Redstone Arsenal emerged to supply the armies that freed the world from tyranny. It is what we do. We rise to the challenge. Maybe Werner von Braun sensed that intangible it when he settled in Huntsville as his home and place to start the space race. Dr. von Braun worked with local leaders, born and raised in Alabama, to create the University of Alabama in Huntsville, a world-class research institution, and developed Cummings Research Park, now the second largest research park in America. When John F. Kennedy challenged a nation to reach for the stars, he turned to Huntsville to lead.
We choose to go to the moon.
We heard the roar of the Saturn V engines long before anyone else did, because we had the right stuff to step up and do it. A part of Huntsville landed on the moon in 1969. It was never in doubt. That same drive, that same force that pushed settlers through the Alabama wilderness, entrepreneurs into new industries, and humankind into new orbits, helped us add the layers of a large city without losing the soul of a small town. The Huntsville International Airport connects us to distant places. I-565 connects us to the region and nation, and Google Fiber connects us to worlds not yet created. Marshall Space Flight Center, the Army's Aviation and Missile Command, and the U.S. Space and Rocket Center ground us in what we do best. Redstone Arsenal now houses 78 unique functions and commands. We help a nation soar. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center has hosted more than 900,000 space campers from all 50 states and 150 nations. And we now have Mars in our sights. But why stop there? The Rocket City knows no limits. We don't rely on the rest of the world to come to us. We create and develop companies that serve the globe. SCI, Adtran, Dynetics, and Hudson Alpha grew from the same soil as the cotton fields that dotted the land around Huntsville. We help drive the world's economy, and we're proud of our contributions. In fact, the groundbreaking genetic work being done at Hudson Alpha might finally identify and name the it factor that has driven Huntsville to greatness. We don't need a name, because we all know what it means to live and work in a city that values its past, but isn't beholden to it. We look to the future with the wisdom of our past. The engines we build help power and move a nation and a galaxy. We're defying gravity, powering new next-generation launch vehicles to push us to new limits and beyond. Maybe you're driving one of the over 6 million Toyota engines built in Huntsville. We're also adding thousands of new jobs at Mazda Toyota, creating the most advanced vehicle manufacturing facility in the world. The FBI is investing over $1 billion into a new campus that will make Huntsville a global leader in fighting crime and terror. Local entrepreneurs are developing new apps for your phone and computer. Defense companies are keeping us safe, and quantum computing will become the next big thing in Huntsville. It just seems to keep finding us. We were always looking over the horizon toward new frontiers. It started with the first settlers, moved to textiles, shifted to munitions, transformed into rockets and missiles, became genetics and biometrics, and all the while investing in thousands of manufacturing jobs. To have it, you have to be able to learn and grow from our schools, but also from our industries. For every college graduate, we want to produce a career-minded person who wants to learn a trade or skill. We believe using your mind and your hands has always been part of who we are and why it matters. We're a smart place. Regardless of the era, challenge, or industry, we get it done in Huntsville. Long before the discovery of the double helix of DNA, something was already built into the marrow of the people of Huntsville and the Tennessee Valley. It was already here. The impulse to create, move, invent, and recreate it has always mattered in Huntsville. Do you have what it takes to join us? We think so.